Hello everyone. As you can see, this is Zaffo in the woods and this is Marlena in the woods. Hi everyone. We are today on a trip as we are every morning, but today we have gone to a special place where I am sure to find mushrooms. Now, I'm not sure to find any edible ones, but there will be mushrooms here, and there always is. And if you can hear the sound ringing a bit, it's because I'm in a very quiet forest, and the echo is amazing. There is no sun out today, so it's been quite wet this morning, and therefore also a bit cold. So I'm wearing long sleeves, long pants for the first time in a million years. And we know that this place is riddled with mushrooms when it's season. Now, it's been warm for about 2 months up here when I've been away to Bornholm, but the rain came 5 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago, exactly when I returned home. And I know from reading about it that in 3 or 4 days after big rain, the mushrooms will start shooting up. And we're walking this mushroom forest, and I see mushrooms where Zaffo is, and what did my eye catch? Look at that! Look at that! Gold! And yes! Yes, yes, yes! Chanterelles. Chanterelles hiding in the grass here. Boom, 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 boom. A few of them. Out they go. And I'm not a person to walk with a basket and a fancy knife. I do want a fancy knife. I only have this one, my little potato peeling knife. And I'm gonna clean those up in a bit, and then I bring a paper bag, and that's better than nothing. It's better with a basket, I know, but I don't want to wear it. I wear my rucksack so I can just have my hands free. And then I've brought this one today. I don't know how many berries there are. There are no blueberries left. The blueberries are gone. I don't know if they have been here. It can have been such a dry summer that there were no. But the berries that are coming now are the lingonberries. And this one is a wonderful picker. You can just scoop them up with this one. Just scoop up, they fall down into this one, and you can pour them out into a bag or something. Well, that was a good start. Now, how do I know that there is mushroom here? Well, I do because I've been walking a lot. Now, these are mushrooms with lamels, and I could look it up in a book. I could try to find out which one is this, but I'm not going to, because those with lamels almost always have some toxic wannabe imposters that look like them, and I'm not skilled enough to know the difference. So I don't take them. What I take is chanterelles, because you can't confuse them with anyone. Yeah, you can with the orange chanterelle, but they are not toxic. They're not dangerous. They're just not as tasty as the real ones. But those that I found right here, they're the real ones. And I go for them, and I go for Karl Johan, we call it here. It's one of those with tubes. I don't know what you call them. Tube mushrooms. I will show you if I find one. But those with lamels, I don't touch any of them. I just don't trust myself enough to see if they're okay. So you can see, even if they are not edible, even if they are, there are tons of mushrooms here because it's 5 days after rain. Now people ask, well, how do you know where the good mushroom spots are? How do you find the good mushroom spots? And well, my method is walk, observe. Now, I have this little creature who is a very active golden retriever dog, and she needs a lot of walking, a lot of activity every day. So every morning we walk, and we have, I think, 5 or 6 designated routes that we shift between, and they are all between 1 hour and 2 hours long to walk. And with walking every day, all year round, you observe things. You observe when things are happening in the forest, and you read on it. Read on the mushrooms, read about it, find out which ones are the ones I'm looking for. Where can I find them? You can also get an app, a mushroom identifier on your phone. Bring your phone in the forest, find the mushrooms, identify them, and bring a book to see more about them as well, and compare photos. And it's a skill. You don't just take one walk once a month and then stumble upon a mushroom site. Well, some might be lucky and do that, but it's about knowing your forest, knowing your area, knowing where you saw the mushrooms last year or in the spring or the year before, because this forest was the first forest I really went mushrooming in, and I found a meadow right up here. We have to walk a little further. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go back and pick up the mushrooms that you saw before and clean them off, because right here there weren't any. I was just checking down here where there's normally mushrooms as well. But a little further, there was a meadow. I went into the forest and I saw a few chanterelles under or by the foot of a tree. And I picked them and I looked up and I saw down on a meadow. And I'm not kidding you, it was littered with chanterelles, and some of them as big as my hand. And I couldn't stop laughing. I just laughed and laughed and laughed, because I never seen anything like it. And that's what you dream about when you say, well, it's a good mushroom spot, and everybody thinks that they can go out and find a meadow like that. Well, I did, but that was after a lot of walking in some of the other woods around here. But I found that spot, and I picked and I picked and I cleaned, and it was fantastic. And I went back for about 3 weeks or a month, and I could pick some almost every day. And the next year there wasn't one there. Not because I picked them the year before, but because the weather, because conditions, because. And I didn't find any out there. And of course I've been out there in the spring, I've been out there in the fall, and some years there are some there, and there are some spots out there where there are chanterelles, but never as that first year. It was completely unbelievable, actually. And I haven't seen that many out there since. And now I've been here for 6 years. So, and now we're back where the chanterelles are lying there. And I'm going to stop the video because I'm going to clean the mushrooms before I put them in my paper bag. And then we're going back that way. And if I'll find a miracle spot, I'll of course make another video. But that's my solution to finding the good spots. Walk, 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 walk. Observe, observe, observe. And read about the different mushrooms and the conditions where they thrive, and try to find that. That's what it is. Hours and enjoying nature. So, look at that. What a breakfast we're ready for. Haha. And I will, of course, for the next video, try to find out the true names in English for Karl Johan mushrooms. And no, Zaffo, don't step. No, don't step into the mushrooms. No, Zaffo, go walk somewhere else. That's it for this time. I saved the mushrooms, and we're gonna look for some more. So have a nice one. Till next time. Marlene signing off. Bye bye.